So today we are making kadhai paneer. So as you see, I have taken a kadhai, a beautiful one, with some oil in it, maybe like 10 to 12 teaspoons. And when the oil is hot, maybe not very hot, but hot, we'll put onions. These are the long cut onions. You can put roundels as well, but we are only putting onions right now. And we'll put long cut capsicum also. So we'll put both onion and capsicum for them to get fried. For a gathering of maybe like 7 to 8 people, you'll need 2 to 3 capsicums and around 3 to 4 medium sized onions cut in the long shape. So we will let these two get fried. We'll not turn them brown, just that they are cooked but still crispy. So maybe the onions are transparent and the bell peppers have changed their color a little bit and they become little bit soft. So the onions and capsicum are almost cooked to the level that we want. At this point in time, we'll put long cut tomatoes as well. This would add good richness to the dish and make it juicy as well. At the same time, we are going to put paneer cubes, but we would not stir them a lot because otherwise they'll break, and instead of kadhai paneer, we'll end up making paneer bhurji. Now we are going to make the gravy, for which we have already heat the oil, and we'll put some cumin seeds, and when they're about to splutter, we are going to put ginger garlic, and we'll cook it till the raw smell of ginger garlic go away. And after that, after ginger garlic, we'll put some onions. So these are like medium sized 2.5 onions, which have been cut into small sized pieces. Now the onions are cooked as well. At this point in time, we'll add some spices to it. Very little amount of turmeric powder or haldi, maybe half a teaspoon, and a generous amount of degi mirch. Along with this, we'll put a generous amount of coriander powder as well, and some garam masala. We would also add asafoetida or hing, maybe 2 to 3 pinches. Again, this will be good for digestion, and we have already put ginger garlic as well for the same. We let the spices cook. We would also put salt so the onions cook early or fast, but we will add little salt only, maybe less than half a teaspoon of salt, because we have already added salt to the long cut onions and capsicum and tomatoes. When these are cooked, we are going to add tomato puree. So we have added the tomato puree and we are now cooking the gravy, and we'll cook it till the extent when it starts losing the oil from the sides. This will take maybe 2 to 3 minutes when it starts releasing the oil, and that means the tomatoes and the onions and the rest of the ingredients have been really cooked well. We have already added the salt. So now you see that the masala is almost ready and it has started releasing the oil as well. Now we will mix this particular masala in our other stir-fried vegetables, which is long onions, tomatoes and capsicum. So we have added the masala to our stir fried veggies now, and we'll let the veggies cook in this masala for maybe like 5 to 7 minutes so the flavors get absorbed. We will add a little bit of water to make it little viscous or runny as well, but not much. So the all the vegetables are now cooked in the gravy, and we put the paneer cubes or the cottage cheese as well in there so that all the flavors get absorbed. And on a low flame we'll go ahead and cook the paneer. We do not stir much, otherwise the paneer cubes will break. And for the garnishing we'll use kasuri methi, which is the main ingredient in kadhai paneer, and we'll put some garam masala as well. The cottage cheese has absorbed the flavors of the dish. At this point in time, we added a little bit of cream and malai into the dish to increase the richness of the dish, and we will give it a standing time of 10 minutes on low flame so the gravy becomes little bit thick and all the flavors get absorbed. At that point in time, we'll do the plating. So the kadai paneer is ready and we have done the plating as well. It looks so delicious and rich. You can serve it with roti, paratha or rice. Enjoy!